When I was 14, I planned my wedding.
This one's wife. 2 or 3 marriages. Well, she is a narcissist. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. You, as long-term observers of this one's wife and my marvellous dissection of her narcissism, are well aware of the various rumours that plague her. There are many of them, and I know that there are certain of the viewership that want these rumours to be proven, to be demonstrated, for the evidence to come out, for there to be a detailed investigation by the media with regard to certain allegations, with regard to what she has purportedly done. As I've explained previously, the fact that this one's wife is a narcissist means that there's a greater likelihood that some of these actions could well have occurred. In a sense, anything's possible with the narcissist because the pursuit of the prime aims of control and fuel and character traits and residual benefits behoves the narcissist to behave in a particular way, which is exceptional compared to that of non-narcissists. Certainly, under duress, non-narcissists might be moved to do extraordinary or unusual things. But it is usually the preserve of the narcissist as a consequence of not being shackled by a conscience or guilt or accountability that means the narcissist is far more likely to engage in controversial behaviours without any due consideration for the impact upon anybody else, and thereafter to try and keep such behaviours quiet because exposure threatens the need for control. Accordingly, what I'm going to be doing in a series of videos, essentially based upon, well, she is a narcissist, is pose those questions that have continued to plague this one's wife, which have drawn people to query whether it is true or not, and present you with the information so that you can make your own mind up as to whether you think it's true or not. And I'm going to allow you to express your views, of course, as always in the comment section, but to hold a vote on what you think is a likely outcome. The claim that this one's wife has been married 3 times has circulated widely in online spaces, tabloid media, and social media discussions since at least 2019. According to the allegation, this one's wife was first married to a man named Joe Giuliano, sometimes referred to as Joseph Goldberg Giuliano, a purported Boston-based criminal defense lawyer, or Jewish man, she met during her college years at Northwestern University. The marriage is said to have occurred around 2004 or earlier, lasting briefly, perhaps 2 years, and ended in an annulment owing to opposition from Giuliano's parents or for other unspecified reasons. Following this, she married film producer Trevor Engelson in 2011, divorcing in 2014, therefore making her 2018 marriage to Prince Harry her 3rd. Some versions of the rumour escalate further, claiming that this one's wife had children with Giuliano, a daughter, or even twin boys who were adopted out, and that this dark secret was later uncovered by MI6 or exposed in court, leading to shockwaves in the royal family. This narrative portrays this one's wife as having concealed a significant part of her past, potentially to nullify threats to control and to maintain an image of innocence, or to align with royal protocols that historically frowned upon divorcees, as seen with Wallis Simpson's influence on King Edward VIII's abdication. Proponents of the theory often tie it to broader criticisms of this one's wife, including accusations of opportunism, deception, or seeking that rise to fame. Its persistence highlights the challenges of celebrity scrutiny in the digital age. We're going to explore the origins of the allegation, tracing its emergence and dissemination. Then we'll break down the evidence that supports the theory, examining claims, sources, and you can make your mind up about their credibility. And then we'll also look at the comprehensive counter-argument, with evidence that debunks the rumour, drawing from records, biographies, and considering inconsistencies. This balanced approach allows for an informed view of both sides, going to the evidence, and then you can make a determination as to what you think is most likely, keeping in mind, of course, well, She is a narcissist. The rumour appears to have originated from anonymous online posts and speculative forums rather than any credible journalistic investigation. One of the earliest traceable mentions comes from a 2019 Quora thread where users debated whether this one's wife annulled a marriage to Joe Giuliano, questioning why she would opt for annulment over divorce. The poster claimed it was a rumour that someone started over a year ago, suggesting it predates 2018, around the time of this one's wife's high-profile wedding to Prince Harry, which intensified global interest in her personal history. By 2022, the allegation had gained traction. A post entitled on Reddit, "How True Are the Jewish Husband from College Rumours," speculated that Trevor Engelson was actually her second husband, with Giuliano as the first, annulled due to family opposition. Users referenced and verified online sites, alleging this one's wife gave birth to children with Giuliano, including a girl and adopted twin boys. The thread from June 2022 amplified the narrative by linking it to this one's wife's Northwestern University days, 1999 to 2003. Social media platforms, such as Facebook and X, played a pivotal role in spreading the claim. A June 2025 Facebook post from a royal fan group exclaimed, "Married twice before Harry? Rumours swirl as fans," and discussed an alleged secret husband. On X, posts in 2020 shared links to blogs claiming Giuliano was her first husband, with photos purportedly from the wedding. By 2023, images were posted showing this one's wife at a wedding, asking whether it was her with Giuliano, which gathered hundreds of likes and replies. YouTube videos escalated the drama with titles like "Harry Furious as MI6 found this one's wife marriage certificate with Joe Giuliano," which was uploaded just a few days ago, and "Harry is stunned in court as 21-year-old Joe Giuliano's daughter exposes this one's wife's darkest secret" from June of this year. These videos, often from unverified channels, claim explosive revelations but actually provide no documents, relying on dramatic narration and stock footage. Some trace the rumour's spark to a brief fictional edit on this one's wife's Wikipedia page around 2017 to 2018, where an anonymous user added a non-existent first husband, but this was quickly removed, but the screenshot remained. Various tabloid sites, like Inquisitor, fueled it by reporting on secret partner and child rumours, citing X speculations. The allegations' timing coincides with heightened anti-this-one's-wife sentiment post-Megxit, where critics accused her of manipulating Harry or hiding her past. Some suggest motivations for the rumour's creation would include racism, misogyny, or royal traditionalism. It can be said that it might echo historical smears against royal consorts like Camilla Parker Bowles, but has become amplified by the internet. Proponents of the three marriages theory point to a patchwork of anecdotal claims, online testimonies, and interpretive evidence that, while compelling to enthusiasts, possibly crumbles under scrutiny. First, the core claim revolves around Joe Giuliano as this one's wife's secret first husband. Supporters describe him as a Jewish lawyer from Boston, met during her college years. It's alleged that the marriage was annulled because his parents opposed it, framing it as a youthful indiscretion. This is echoed in a 2024 Quora answer, stating Prince Harry is this one's wife's third husband. Her first marriage was annulled. Husband's number one's name escapes me. Visual proof includes alleged wedding photos. An August 2022 X post shows a bride in white with 6 brides and a tiara, captioned "This one's wife's first marriage to Joe Giuliano," and it was annulled. Similar images appear in 2023 X threads, with people analysing them for resemblances to this one's wife. Proponents argue the long veil and white dress in her Harry wedding symbolise a third marriage, mocking royal purity traditions. Timeline arguments suggest gaps in this one's wife's early 2000s life allow for a hidden marriage. She graduated, apparently Northwestern, in 2003, began acting, and met Engelson in 2004. The void is filled with Giuliano, claiming annulment enabled her to remarry without stigma. An MSN article from 2025 speculated on X rumours about Joseph Golbo Giuliano, noting their 2-year relationship. There is the claim that MI6 discovered a marriage certificate, which infuriated Harry. Social media virality posts evidence through volume. X searches yield posts that continue to maintain that she's been married 3 times, but once again, no actual evidence has been provided to support this. Indirect support comes from this one's wife's own words. In her Oprah interview, she mentioned a private vow exchange with Harry days before the official wedding, which could be seen as clear evidence of secretive behaviour, and therefore this hints at prior experience of keeping certain things secret, namely her first marriage. Whilst these elements certainly create a narrative web, they rely on hearsay, anonymous sources, and confirmation bias. No primary documents, marriage certificates, annulment records, or photos with verifiable metadata exist. The evidence appears to be circumstantial. Nevertheless, for some, the absence of disproof is proof itself, perpetuating the theory. The allegation of a third marriage does lack substantiation and is contradicted by extensive biographical, legal and media evidence. Official records, timelines and direct debunkings paint a clear picture of only 2 marriages, to Engelson 2011 to 2014 and Harry 2018 to present. This one's wife's Wikipedia page, updated as of August 2025, lists only these 2 unions with no mention of Giuliano. It details her life from birth in 1981 through Northwestern, no romantic scandals noted, to her acting career. Of course, it could have been edited out. Biographies like Andrew Morton's This One's Wife, A Hollywood Princess 2018, and detailed dating histories in She Knows confirm early relationships. For example, high school boyfriend Louis Segura, college fling Steve Lepore, brief romance with Brett Ryland, but no marriage before Engelson. Morton describes her meeting Engelson in 2004 at age 23, dating for 7 years, marrying in Jamaica, and divorcing due to distance and career demands. No mention of a prior husband. Legal and public records appear to corroborate this. California divorce filings for This One's Wife Engelson cite irreconcilable differences in 2013, with no mention of prior marriages affecting eligibility. Annulments require specific grounds, for example, fraud or incapacity, and leave paper trails. None exist for This One's Wife and Giuliano. The Sun in 2022 explicitly stated, "No documents, pictures, or any other sources confirm that This One's Wife ever got married to a man called Joe Giuliano." Others state there is no proof, it's a rumour, and that searches yield nothing. Timeline inconsistencies potentially undermine the claim. This One's Wife was 18 to 22 at Northwestern. A marriage then would likely surface in alumni networks or media scrutiny post-2016. Her post-college life involved minor acting roles and blogging on the TIG, 2014 to 2017. No gaps appear for Hidden Family. Claims of children contradict her public narrative of no kids before Archie 2019 and Lilibet 2021. A 2025 Hello prenup article on her first marriage notes no prior unions, emphasising her age, 30 at wedding, and focus on career. Visual and testimonial evidence is suggested to be fabricated. Alleged photos are often from unrelated events or misidentified. No metadata links them to This One's Wife. YouTube claims of MI6 discoveries or court exposures are simply clickbait, lacking any sources whatsoever. Royal sources confirm only 2 marriages. Broader context shows confusion with other rumours. This One's Wife's Oprah claims of a secret wedding with Harry was debunked. The Archbishop confirmed it wasn't legal, just a vow exchange. Divorce rumours with Harry sometimes bleed into third marriage tales, but evidence like joint appearances refutes splits. Ultimately, there is a lack of evidence, although this could be supported by the fact that the evidence has been scrubbed to ensure that no evidence whatsoever exists on the internet of that first marriage. Accordingly, whilst what appears to be rumour and speculation, supported by no documentation and conflicted by the information that I've been provided, people still maintain that there was a first marriage. Is it based simply on rumour, or has there been actual evidence which has then been removed? 2 or 3 marriages. Well, she is a narcissist, and we know that narcissists have lots of relationships, and it wouldn't be a surprise to find that she had been married 3 times. Indeed, some narcissists are married many more times than 3 times. It wouldn't also be too great a stretch of imagination for a narcissist, in order to maintain a facade, And to nullify threats to control would require the revision of history wholesale on the internet, if that were possible. Accordingly, that's the allegation, that she's been married 3 times and not 2. We know she's a narcissist, therefore it increases the possibility of it occurring. And I've given you both sides of the argument. So, what do you think, valuable viewers? Let me know your comments about what I've discussed. Factor in also her narcissism, and you can also vote, which you'll find on the channel's page, so you can add in what you think about the suggestion that she's had 3 marriages. Is it 3 or is it 2? Over to you. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.